I know that y'all probably done seen multiple videos of this legendary battle, and it's low-key a rite of passage, I'm not gonna lie. So we got the Chunin exams going on, and they pick the first opponent, and Gaara sees his name and immediately heads out to the floor. Ready to throw hands. He ain't even say a word, just ready to get to scrapping. And then Rock Lee is called to the floor and they get ready to battle. But before the fight even start, you got this Hall of Fame D-Rider talking about,
I don't know what kind of moves this with the weak ass bowl cut got, but he ain't got shit on Gaara.
Damn, we glazing already? You got this man weenie high five in the back of your uvula. Pop it out of your mouth. So the fight starts, and soon after, Lee takes off the Gaara, ready to put them paws on him. But his sand blocks his first attack, and Lee backpedals and immediately charges after him again. See, this is why those stupid henchmen always get dropped. You see them getting their face kicked in, and you think to yourself,
that's a great idea.
Side note, why do y'all all line up one by one instead of charging in all at once? It's like y'all standing in line signing up to get your ass kicked. Jump the nigga. I'm getting off topic though. Lee starts spamming attacks trying to hit him from different angles. Pause. Nigga, you gay. And Gaara's just standing there with his arms crossed, letting his sand block all of his attacks, doing all the work. Watching his stamina bar deplete little by little. And then hear this nigga go again, gobbling him up.
It's not Gaara doing it, it's the sand. And it'll come to his defense, and no one has ever been able to touch him.
Yeah, he ain't never met me. If it was me out there, I would have grabbed a bucket of water and threw it straight at the sand, and then after that, the sand crumbling, and then I would have knocked the backpack clean off his body.
That's a gourd. That's not a backpack.
That ain't no gourd, that's a backpack. And you all know what's in that backpack too. He got that heavy metal. So we see Bushy Brow still trying to land a hit on him, but surprise, surprise, to no avail. And he starts getting fleeced.
Damn.
Sakura says, why don't he just use his ninjutsu to create some space? Oh, gee, Sakura, that's a good idea. Why doesn't he just use his ninjutsu? Maybe because he ain't got none. Can't stand this mother. The most useless character on this whole entire show. I don't know whose idea it was to write her in, but she's just a waste of space the entire series. Guy Sensei tells her that he ain't got no ninjutsu or genjutsu. He just trains in a subtle art of whoop your ass. No parlor tricks, just straight hands. It don't matter though, Lee is the GOAT. Ninjutsu, genjutsu, taijutsu, I need a tissue. I got Rock Lee in 5. God tells Lee to take off his ankle weights, and everybody's like, what are these 5-pound ankle weights gonna do? Ain't nobody worried about that, but obviously they were not familiar with Lee's game.
Come on, you really think you'll be able to get through Gaara's defenses just by dropping a couple of pounds of weight?
Yeah, hey, had everybody shocked. He dropped them weights to the ground and got busy. He had Gaara looking like how y'all did when them Taco Bell chicken wings touched down at the bottom of y'all lower intestines. His son over here working overtime just trying to keep up with Lee's attacks, and then he jumps in the air, kicks Gaara at the top of his head. What was that y'all said earlier? He ain't never been touched. Man, shut your bitch ass. Then Lee starts toying with him, faked him out, and then boom, straight to the chin. That punch to Gaara might have gave him a case of chronic traumatic how do you even pronounce that word?
Encephalopathy.
AKA CTE. He might have activated it early because the look on this boy's face and the way he's breathing. Who let this kid enroll? This nigga is the Jan Sports Specialist.
Hey, looking for the shooter.
Well, we found him.
911. Officer, right there. FBI, come on in.
Then here goes this girl meat riding again.
This Lee is good, no doubt about it. But that's not the same as winning. It may not be as easy as we thought, but the outcome's a given. Gaara can't lose.
If I was Naruto, I would have turned into any one of the Browns. Just name it Chris Brown, Bobby Brown, James Brown. Old girl would have caught a smooth kick to the temple. So then Lee comes up with a plan that if he can get him up in the air and away from his sand, he'll be able to get the other hand. And I know he's just thinking, that's a great idea. So what does he do? Runs at him at supersonic speed, then 1 kick, 2 kick, 3 kick, 4. Guard's gonna unload the clip if Lee kicks him anymore. I just know Gaara's in his head like,
I'm getting cooked.
Grabs Gaara and wrap him up in them dookie flavored Charmin ultra strong hand wraps while he pile drives him straight to the ground and lands him on his soft spot on the top of his head. If he ain't had brain damage before, he sure does now. Everybody is thinking the match is over until it's revealed that it was just a shell, and Gaara rises straight up from the trenches, and then Lee hits that he's standing right behind me, isn't he?
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Gaara starts swarming him with a barrage of attacks and then hit him with a sand tsunami. They cut to a scene when Lee was a kid and basically this nigga was a loser, but that didn't stop him. He trained day and night until he mastered the art of fucking your ass, which is why God took him under his wing. Sakura starts crying again, talk about make him quit. Sakura, you need to quit talking and shut the fuck up. You don't even know what's in store for your future. Well, let me give you a hint. It rhymes with Sasuke gets you knocked up and don't even f what you order, baby.
Damn.
Lee gets up and starts smiling because he knows what's about to happen next. Guy tells Kakashi that he taught Lee how to open 5 of the 8 inner gates.
You what?
He locks in and opens each gate one after another until he enters the 4th gate and leaps towards Gaara at light speed. They near turn a hole in the space-time continuum. He kicks Gaara in the chin, and you gotta think that he must love getting this chin tap because Lee done did it every single time they didn't square it off. He got this man levitating.
And I live in the north, this blunt, I'm taking a puff. I'm starting to feel like it's sun.
Damn, Gaara, I didn't know you knew how to levitate. When'd you acquire that in your Duffy? Good for him.
Excuse me? He's not levitating. Rock Lee's whooping his ass.
Oh, you right. Carry on. Lee got that man's head bouncing off the canvas, turning him into a pinball machine. His sand can't even keep up with how fast he's moving. Then he hits him in the stomach so hard that he makes him throw up last night's dinner. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti. Then he finishes it off with a hidden lotus, and everybody, including myself, thinks that's the end of the fight. There's no way he could have survived that, right? Wrong. Gaara used his sand and his gourd at the last minute to cushion his fall. And I ain't gonna lie, that's some bullshit. We can't let this slide. Lee can't even move because that move he just did broke every bone in his body and rendered him pretty much useless, and Gaara sees that and he's getting ready to capitalize on that. Now you die. Oh nah, he's trying to end his life. Hey, somebody tell him it's just an exhibition. Gaara gets ready to close the sand coffin, but Guy Sensei steps in at the last minute, which technically gives Gaara the win, and in my opinion, Lee won. Gaara couldn't even keep up with a that had no ninjutsu and got washed. He couldn't handle getting his whooped, and he tried to take him out. Lame ass nigga.
She addicted me just like some Ritalin. Your girl up for grabs, I snatch it and dance. Don't know why she play like she innocent. I get to the bag, I'm thumbing through cash. You know that I'm counting up dividends. Put this shit on my back and stack up on racks. Wake up and I'll do all this shit again. I've been up for 7 days and I'm making plays. Can't let nothing take all my energy. Make sure the finish, they pay for some centuries. I do not beef, I just pray for my enemies. Mama look at me like what's getting into me. Diamonds they hit like a shot of that Hennessy. Audrey and Mama, we look like the military. Run up on me, I got heavy artillery. Swear the clip might be as long as a centipede. I go and I head up that HQ. Then I put a price in your head and then I'ma go to my niggas on ratio.